Hi guys, for today's video I want to show you a property that I worked on last weekend with a terrific group of guys. You know, one of the best things about being a consultant and going to different properties every weekend, you get to meet the greatest people, and I really had a great time with these fellas. They have two properties. They're both pretty cool, but this one I love, so I want to share with everybody what we did. This property has frontage on two roads, which is excellent for the wind. The wind is always coming out of the west, northwest, and it hits this ridge over here and curves down this way, and it'll blow right up the road like that. So that allows access from two different points, and you could probably sneak in just about anywhere around the periphery without being detected by deer. The other thing is, this is a horse farm up here, so nobody hunts it. There's horses out here, and I'm sure this guy doesn't allow anybody to shoot in this block of woods. This block of woods has been cut off hard. It's growing back thick. There's a lot of invasive brush in there. This is all brushy all the way down through. And it's pretty brushy along here, along the top of the ridge. During our scouting trip, we walked up this way, and I wanted to check out these benches. There's benches along here, and sure enough, there's deer bedding all up and down this, on those benches. The wind can come over a deer's back, and they can watch downhill, which is perfect bedding. So what we're going to do there is enhance that a little bit with some chainsaw work, and then this purple line is going to be a no-go zone where it's left to the deer. It's about 23 acres, I want to say. This is a power line right away that's filled with invasive brush right now, and what I suggested we do is mow that with a brush mower. It's pretty steep, but we can get in there with a track machine and mow that. That way there'll be fresh things coming up, and we could also add some seed to that if we want to put in like a warm season grass type of seeding to thicken that up, and then put food in here. This is a very good deerless entry. There's another power line going up this way that can be mowed, kept clear, and then you have an easy walk. You're not fighting brush or making a lot of noise to get up to a stand right here. If we food plot this right away, right along here, and then widen it, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little old field clearing right there, and we can widen it a little bit. And then you could have a couple of stand sites right there, drawing deer out, depending where they want to go. Then I have a 1 acre food plot here. It doesn't have to be 1 acre, it could be a half acre, but I just wanted to have a place that'll draw deer from this brush that's all up and down here during the day, so that a guy could sit there and probably see deer any time of the day right next to the bedding. On a west wind, it should blow out over the valley. It shouldn't bother deer that are bedded in this area. There's an old field here that's grown in. This is all pine in here, a lot of pine here, and hemlock. And this is old field that could be cleared. It's growing up in pole timber right now, but we could reopen this area and put another acre of food in here, so that we could go up along this creek bank. This is a steep creek bank. Pop up right in here. Thermals will be taking your scent down the creek in the evening. And you can pop into a stand right there. This is an inside corner where there's a ton of deer traffic. Since they want to cross here, They don't want to cross in these open fields. This is all fenced and has horses. This is all wide open. Nobody's doing anything with these fields. They're fallow. So deer from this mountain are crossing here. So this is an inside corner where if a buck is traveling up and down this creek, which they do a lot in the rut, this would be a good place to be. And then if deer are crossing there, if a buck is up here looking for does and he's done with what he's doing over there and he wants to get over on this ridge, that's where he's going to cross. So you can catch deer coming this way or going this way. And then the approach to a stand up in this corner is here. Then they don't own these fields, but they can get access to these fields because nobody is farming. And so what we want to do is burn the old grass off of this field, and we can either put this in warm season grass or a warm season food plot where it's going to be tall and nobody will be shooting at the deer, or nobody will be able to see deer, and then put this in a cool season plot where I have over 2 acres of forage and then some screening with forage. That way, I don't know if there's road hunters, but we don't want to take a chance of people seeing big bucks down in there and shooting them before these guys can get there. So this guy hunts, so I'm not crazy about putting food in this field, although we may decide to put some corn in there or something. It all depends. You know, it really just depends on the budget, how much of this stuff we do. So in here we have to clear, which is expensive. Here you already have a field, you just burn it off, let it come up, spray it, and plant it. Boom. You got yourself a nice big food plot that'll draw deer from this sanctuary over to feed. And deer that are up on this mountain will probably come down through here, cross, and get into these food plots. So there you have it. Pretty nice layout. I think they were very fortunate to purchase this property. It's full of deer and turkeys, and we're going to make it twice as good. Hey, if you want to get a plan for your property, have me come and look at it and give you some suggestions, and put our heads together and look at the timber, where to put food plots and sanctuaries, bedding areas, and what to plant, just give me a call and we'll talk about getting together and taking a look at your property. All right, hope to hear from you soon.